There's two ways of doing a reverse grip, lat pull down. First, you can use an easy bar or a camber bar like this. The first thing is where the bar is bent down, you're going to rotate the bar, and you rotate that the other direction, and then you're going to use your underhand grip right there. This is much easier on the wrist. Most people say this is way more comfortable. Anytime you do this reverse grip, this is going to be your strongest position because you get the most bicep. The bicep is the most active here. So with all pull downs, you're always going to pull to the top of the chest, and then you got a slow release. As you pull down, think about pulling the elbows down and in towards your sides, and you got that slow release. Now with the reverse grip, if you don't have a camber bar, you can also use a straight bar. And as far as finding your position goes, typically you want to use your carrying angle. You bring your arms to your side and turn out. That's about usually where you want to be. So right about there. Usually your fingers are going to keep contact. If you have your right grip, all of your fingers will stay in contact with the bar. And you always think about pulling right to the top of the chest. If you're losing a finger, that means you got to come in or out a little bit. Pull downs are going to have a variety of grips that you can use, and every grip will orientate your elbows in a different position. Parallel grips are going to orientate your elbows more forwards, and you're going to have wider grips that are going to orientate your elbows more out. Different angles are going to recruit different fibers within the lat. The lat actually is a fan-shaped muscle that has some fibers that run more vertical, has some fibers that run more an angle, and some that are more horizontal. So it's really important to vary your grips because that's going to vary the angle of pull, and it's going to recruit different areas of your lat. I'm going to teach you how to do a vertical pull down, and this principle will apply for any grip that you use. First, with a vertical pull down, I'm going to teach you how to use straight bar, and we'll teach you with an overhand grip. But again, this applies to all the different grips. First off is you want to have your adjustment correct. So most important thing is you want to be firmly planted. So you want to have this. A lot of times people make a mistake and have too much space between your thigh, but you want to have a pretty firm position. Ideally, you're sitting about a 90-degree angle right here. So this is a good position for me, but you don't want to be so tight that you can't squeeze under. So you want it firm, but not super tight. So this is a good position for me. And some pull downs, if you're short, will have a step. So you can step up and grab. In this case, I'm tall enough, so I'm going to grab with an overhand grip. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to scoot forwards a little bit, and then I'm going to lean back just a little bit, tiny bit. So you can either be very vertical, or you can have a slight lean. You really are going to need a slight lean, because otherwise the bar is going to hit you in the face. Very slight lean. Now the first thing, you're going to get a good stretch, and when you stretch, you literally want your shoulders to be pulled upwards like this. And so we're going to stretch up, and the first action is we're going to pull down. And one thing, sometimes you have to literally practice that. So reach up, shoulders go up, and then pull them down. That pulling down motion is super important because that's going to strengthen your lower trapezius, the scapular depressors, and that's going to help to balance out a lot of that upper trap tension that a lot of people get. A lot of people get pain in their necks. You want to have strong little traps for that. So I'm going to take my overhand grip. I'm going to start by letting my shoulder blades be pulled upwards. I'm going to initiate the first motion by pulling my shoulder blades down. Think about pulling your shoulder blades down in your back pocket. And then I'm going to pull all the way to the top of the chest. Slow release up. Always control pull downs. Pull downs are the greatest opportunity to really work on slowing down the motion. There's my stretch. Pull the shoulder blades down. And you can think of this as a 1-2 motion. So motion 1 is right here. Motion 2 is here. And I always teach people to break them into 2 parts. 1, 2. And we get really good at it. You should just be able to do it all together in one motion. When you pull, think about keeping your elbows underneath the bar, and think about pulling your elbows towards your back pocket. And you really we don't want this happening right here. You want to avoid this at all costs. That's not good form. Instead, you should have your back slightly leaned back, lock that position the whole time.